It's showtime, folks.
Absolute cinema, baby! Absolute cinema! 5-1 Blackhawks win versus the Detroit Red Wings, and a 24-20 Chicago Bears victory against the New York Giants. Ladies and gentlemen, fellas, we have a Blackhawks-Bears win on the same day once again, baby. Let's go! Chicago sports is so back as we speak. I'm beginning to recognize my city again. Chicago is so back. We are once again on top of the world. Just like the 2010s, baby. It's coming back. It's coming back, those Hawks, man. You can't stop them Hawks. You can't stop them Hawks, baby. And you can't stop Pookie. 8-game point streak, 25 points in 16 games. Connor Bedard is your NHL point scoring leader. Oh, hail Pookie. Oh, hail Pookie. Oh, hail Pookie. My glorious king. Our glorious king. You are my sunshine, my mighty sunshine. You make me happy. Connor Bedard, baby. He is on top of the world. 8-game point streak for Connor Bedard, and he has 18 points during that 8-game point streak. 18 points. That's over multi-point per game pace. Unreal, man, what this kid is doing. 9 goals, 16 assists, 25 points in 16 games, as I said. What is that? That's got to be at least over 120-point pace now, if my math is correct. 3-point game for Bedsy. What is that, 3 straight multi-point games? 3 points tonight, 4 points the night before, 2 the night before that. What is that, 9 points his last 3 games? That's 3-point-a-game pace in his last 3. What a road trip for Bedsy, man. What a road trip for the Hawks to come out with a 3-2-1 record. I said it before the road trip started. How the Hawks come out of this road trip, the record they get, this road trip, we're going to learn what this Blackhawks team is all about. We're going to learn if this little early season run they've had sustainable, right? And they get through it with a winning record above 500, and they end it stronger than they started. They lost the first 3 games. They win the next 3. It's not about the start. It's about the finish. And this Blackhawks team just got progressively better throughout the road trip. You know, it was very easy to go in this one thinking it was going to be a trap game. This team was going to be tired. It was very easy to think of this one as a game we were probably going to lose. But, you know, especially, you know, a noon matinee game, Detroit. Our Red Wings team's been pretty hot. There are definitely reasons to be pessimistic heading into this one. But the Blackhawks come away with a 5-1 dub. Yes, they were outshot 46-20, but who cares, man? Who cares? Soda! Arvid Soderblom was looking like Spencer Knight tonight. 45 saves for Arvid Soderblom. I owe you an apology. I was not familiar with your game. Soderblom continues to impress. He continues to improve. He's just looked like a different goaltender now than he did 2 years ago. We'll never forget that 23-24 season was rough, man, but he improved a lot last year. And so far this year, he hasn't played a lot, but when he has played, he's been dependable. So love to see that from Soderblom. 45 saves on 46 shots. Absolutely unreal, man. Absolutely unreal. And we come away with a dub. But yeah, getting into this game itself, getting into the actual game, starts off right away in the first period. A hot start. Less than a minute in, the Blackhawks get a power play. And Connor 98 Pookie Bedard with an absolute snipe. An absolute toe drag release as we speak. This is exactly what it looked like right here. I'm demonstrating that Connor Bedard shot. The toe drag release. I mean, that's, I think, a picture-perfect replica of what the goal looked like. The little flick of the wrist there from Bedard. Absolute snipe shot. Picked his poison. Blackhawks power play goal. And the Hawks power play cooked tonight. Hawks power play goal and the Hawks power play cooked this afternoon, I should say. I was about to say tonight, but no, this was an afternoon game. And it was an exciting afternoon game. Sometimes afternoon games aren't that exciting, but this one was. Like, this was absolutely an afternoon game to get up for. And not a surprise when it's the Blackhawks, Red Wings, Kane, Bedard, battle of the Soderblom brothers as well. A lot of storylines hanging into this one, and it had all reasons to be a good game, and it wound up being a good game. But yeah, Hawks get on the board first, courtesy of Connor Bedard. Artie Party with an assist. Artie Party Levshov with an assist. That is now 8 assists, or is that 8 or 9 assists for Levshov on the year? That's right. Yeah, no, assists later in the game too. So yeah, 9 assists on the year for Artie Levshov. Multi-point game for him. What is that, 7 points last 8 games or something? Or 7 points last 7 games, actually, I think. I think Levshinov's been a point-per-game player over his last 7 games. Outstanding road trip for Levshinov. He's improved a lot, man. I mean, I said at the start of the year, like, Artie Party's a guy I want to see as running for the most improved player of the year award, right? He started the year a bit rough, but the last few games he looked a lot more confident. He's been playing with confidence, and the results are starting to show. I think that first career goal is coming soon for him. We would see a first career goal later in this game. I think we're going to see one for Lepshinov pretty soon. Big game for him. He's been quarterback in that power play really nicely. And the Hawks power play had a great game. Terry Vine, the secondary assist there as well. He would not be finished tonight. This afternoon. Drinking game every time I say tonight when it's an afternoon game. This afternoon. Then the Red Wings answered pretty soon after that. Their only goal of the game, Dylan Larkin from Raymond and Edmondson. It was kind of just a defensive lapse there. They added to him one odd-man rush, odd-man break the other way. And Soderblom had it for a moment but couldn't quite control the rebound there. And, they were able to put that in. So, it sucks because that was pretty quick after our first goal. The game took away some momentum. But the game will fizzle out and settle down for a while after that, thankfully. Yeah, some other notes in that first period. I should have mentioned this before I got into the game. But no Frank Nazar today, unfortunately. He would miss this game. That leg injury he suffered last game. I think it's just precautionary. Blashill said the injury's day-to-day, so Nazar shouldn't miss a ton of time. It doesn't sound like he's going to miss a lot of time. Hopefully we'll be back Wednesday when we're back home at the United Center for the first time in 2 weeks against the Devils. So hopefully we'll be back for that game. But yeah, no Nazar. Sucks for him. He had to miss his hometown game. He only gets one of those hometown games a year, obviously with Detroit being an Eastern Conference team. So that sucks. That sucks for Nazar, man, that he had to miss tonight. But he was out there in the warm-ups, skating around and stuff. So that was good to see. So, I mean, if it was serious, he wouldn't be out there, It was a game time decision. They thought about playing him, but the smart decision was to keep him out tonight. So this afternoon, geez, how many times have I already done that? I'm just going to stop caring. If I say today, you know what I mean, man. That was the one negative from this game. No Nazar, but hey, it is what it is. The Hawks, without one of their better forwards, their second best forward, without one of their top players, and it was all right. They stepped up. The boys stepped up. Lafferty draws, and he was all right. The forwards stepped up. Yeah, second period, Hawks get another power play, and it's turbo time, baby. Turbo time. Teuvo Teravainen for an absolute snipe. Absolute howitzer one-timer on the power play there to give the Hawks the 2-1 lead. And that is courtesy of Andre Burakovsky and Todd Bertuzzi. Another big game from both those two, Burakovsky, Bertuzzi. Those two playing with Bedard today, so got some shuffling as the lines. A little bit of Nazar out. They had Green in the second line. So they had Burakovsky, Bertuzzi with Bedard. The 3Bs line. It must be said, I think we stick with that line because Bedard and Bertuzzi have clearly found something together, and so has Bedard and Burakovsky. All three of those guys are clearly rolling when it comes to the chemistry they've shown together. So I will keep that trio rolling for as long as it can because every time that threesome is out there, good stuff is happening. Pause. So good to see Teravainen get the board. Only his third goal of the year, first in the power play. So he has a good shot, Teravainen. I like to see him use it more. He's more of a playmaker at heart, right? He's more of a playmaker, but Teravainen's got a decent shot. I like to see him use it more. So good to see him get the board in the power play there. And that's 2 for 2 in the power play, and they would not be finished. That would not be all we'd see on the power play in this game. And that was Burakovsky's 400th point on that assist, too, in the power play as well. So he continues to be a great acquisition, man. What is that, 14 points now for him on the year, I believe? He's been an outstanding acquisition. And Soda was just super sharp throughout this game as well. And every single all periods of the game, Soda was sharp. He had a big save at one point. I can't remember what period it was. It may have been the first period on his brother Elmer there. Elmer tried to go. He tried to out-deke him there and kind of try to beat him on the far side, and Soda shut the door pretty firmly. So it's good to see Arvid get the better of his brother in this game, and good on Jeff Blashill for playing Soda against his brother too. I'll be honest, it wasn't something I was really thinking of heading into this matchup, but yeah, good to see the Soderblom brothers go against each other. I believe it's the first time they've actually played each other, so that's pretty cool. And Arvid takes round one, and Jeff Blashill takes. By the way, I forgot to mention this on the pregame show as well yesterday, but yeah, Jeff Blashill facing off against his former team that he coached for 7 years. Sort of a big deal. And Blashill comes out on top, man. Jeff Blashill revenge game. Absolute cinema as we speak. Big game from him. I'm sure it was emotional being back there in that arena. So, and he takes the dub. Brought the one thing about Jeff Blashill, he brought the Red Wings to the playoffs his first year as coach. Is history going to repeat itself there? The only difference being he arrived at Detroit sort of the end of their competitive window, whereas here he's arriving at this Hawks team beginning of the competitive window. So it's a little bit different situations, but hey, maybe he could repeat history there. That would be nice to see. Let's not talk about what happened after that but for Detroit. But hey, the first year was good. And yeah, Hawks kill off a 4-man power play too. It was mostly in the second and it bled into the start of the third. Hawks PK was great tonight as well. The power play was great. Power play was perfect, 3 for 3. And the PK was perfect, 5 for 5. And had to do a lot of killing of penalties. Kane and Cat had some looks, Kane especially. You can see he still has the vision. The speed's no longer there, but Patrick Kane still has the vision. His playmaking still as good as it's ever been. His hockey IQ is still as good as it's ever been. He was noticeable tonight, but yeah, didn't get on the board. And yeah, the Wings power play wasn't able to deliver. They had plenty of chances to deliver, but they weren't able to deliver. The Hawks PK shut them down, which was good to see. And yeah, the Hawks get a power play once again, the third period. And who else But backdoor Bert. Tyler Bertuzzi, how much games in a row is that for him now? How much? I've lost track. I think it's 3 straight games with a goal for him. That's like 6 goals his last 3 games or something. Bedard finds him in the slot there, and yeah, he's wide open net front for pretty straightforward goal there for him. So. And Levshunov gets a secondary assist as well. Multi-point game for Artie Party Levshunov. That's 9 assists on the year for him now. Quiet 9 assists in 16 games. Levshunov's quietly heating up in the Calder race. And we haven't really talked about this, but I mean, Levshunov might be a Calder threat. He's coming after Davidov, man. Levshunov is coming after Davidov for that Calder trophy. He's not far behind him in the points race. He's not far behind him. So, hey, love to see it from Levshunov, man. He's been playing so much better lately, so much more confidently. The Hawks have given him that confidence. They've rewarded him that confidence in that hard play with increased minutes there. PK, power play, etc. So, and he's taking advantage, man. He's showing those offensive instincts, those offensive abilities to quarterback the power play in the ozone. He's been doing a fantastic job. So, gotta give a shout out to Levshunov because I know early in the year I was slandering him a lot, but lately he's given me no reason to slander him because he's just been outstanding. He's been our best defenseman, I would say. Over the course of that road trip, I'd say Levshunov was our best defenseman, which he should be. We drafted him to be our best D-man, but defensemen tend to take time, but I mean, Levshunov, he's looking like a pretty fast learner, guys. He's looking like a pretty fast learner, so that's great to see. And it's a big difference maker, man. When you have a defenseman back there who can make that type of difference. So, Levshunov, great to see him really breaking out here as we speak. But that might have to be my second article. My first article for Fanside at Blackhawk Up was about Connor Bedard. Maybe the second one will be about Artie Levshunov and his improvement. There hasn't been I don't feel like a lot of people aren't really talking about Artie Levshunov right now. I think he deserves a bit more praise, a little more. I think there needs to be more of a discussion about Levshunov right now. I've been impressed with him. And yeah, and that makes it a multi-point game for Connor Bedard on the night. Yeah, and he would not be done. He would have more in store later in the game. And that third point would come courtesy of a Andrei Burakovsky empty net goal to seal this game. Connor Bedard gets the assist on that goal, and that makes it a 3-point game for Connor Bedard, which vaults him to the top of the NHL in the point scoring race, ahead of Macklin Celebrini. What do the haters have to say? What do the Sharks fans have to say? What does anyone have to say? Where is the glazing comments? Connor Bedard is on top. Connor Bedard is leading the entire National Hockey League in points. The entire NHL. The entire league. The entire show. The crazy thing is you take away all Connor Bedard's goals, and he's still a point-per-game player. He has 16 assists in 16 games. And that would still lead the Blackhawks in points as we speak. Second place is 14. That's Bertuzzi and Burakovsky. Bedard has 25. He has an 11-point gap. You take away all 9 of his goals, he still leads the team in points in production and is still a point-per-game player. That's ridiculous, man. Connor Bedard has taken this team by storm. He's taken the league by storm, and he is playing exactly like the number 1 pick that he was projected to be. He's looking like Regina Pat's World Juniors Team Canada Bedard. What else does he have to do to get in Team Canada? What else does he have to do? Send Bedard to Milan. Send him to Italy. Connor Bedard is an Olympian. 98 is an Olympian. Absolute cinema. And the Hawks were not done. Oliver Moore, first career goal to seal the game. Oliver Moore. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Love to see it for Oliver Moore. Oliver Moore's been playing well, man. He earned that first career goal. He earned it. That one's been coming for a while. Yeah, it's late in the game that we already won, but you know what? We'll take it. 5-1 to seal the deal. Why not? 5-1 win while being outshot 46-20 is absolute nails. That is absolute nails. So, love to see Oliver Moore get rewarded, man. Hopefully we see another first career goal soon, right? Hopefully we see Artie Party get that first career goal soon. I feel like it's been coming for him. It's came for Oliver Moore. I think it's coming for Artie Levshunov. So, but no, great to see from Oliver Moore, man. Really happy for that kid. And I think the way he's playing, he's going to stay up here. I don't think he needs to go back to Rockford. I think he stayed up here. Yeah, I could go all day here, but I think that's going to do it. Hawks win. Bears win. Doesn't get better than that, man. Doesn't get better than that. And Duncan Keith in the Hockey Hall of Fame tomorrow. We'll probably do a video on that or something on that for sure. Look out for that for sure. And a lot of writing content to look forward to. A lot of YouTube content to look forward to. And a lot of social media content. Yeah, that's going to do it. Next Blackhawks game will be Wednesday. Finally back at the United Center playing the Devils that day. So there'll be a pre-post game show up for that. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this. Really appreciate it. I believe we're at 612 subs at the time of this recording. So that means the world. Appreciate that a ton. Like this video, share it around, subscribe if you haven't already. And we will be back in the next one, baby. Bear down, hawk down, let's go, baby. Biok memes out. Boop!